Interesting. I'll get back to you. Let me bring on Dr. Edu Antwi, Convener, Pensioner Bondholders Forum and former Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Thank you once again for your time. As far as the group that you represent, is concerned, is there any lights at the end of the tunnel for you, or you put on the table completely just take your hands off, like Senor would say, let my people go, period?
Well, thank you very much. We haven't had any responses from the minister yet, but we believe given the extended period, we believe he has still some room enough time for him to come out with a statement.
How long has it been that you have been expecting? How long has it been that you have been expecting some communication? You have less than 2 weeks to the deadline.
Well, since we submitted this petition on the 10th, we have been expecting a response from the 10th. And then on the 11th, we sent a letter to the minister to have time for us to meet him. We didn't have that. When we had our second press conference last Monday, after the press conference, we went to the office again, wanting to meet with the minister. He was engaged in a lengthy meeting. So we sat for about an hour and some time and left the place. So we are still hoping that we will get some information from him within a matter of days before.
Where's the assurance coming from? Because 10 days on, and you have not had the courtesy of any official acknowledgement of what you are seeking to do. So where's the hope that you have coming from?
Well, when you listen to the minister recently talking about a society that doesn't take care of the elderly, it's not a society worthy of living in, and some kind of statement like that, then I believe he's seriously taking our concerns into consideration. So that gives me a hope that he would come out soon with a statement that pensioners have been exempted, just as would-be pensioners have been exempted from the program.
So chiefly, what are your concerns and what is the solution that you are proposing?
Well, we have said, as I always say, that there is no difference between maize and kinky. Our elders would say, our basis is that once you have exempted people who are yet to come on pension, you don't want them to come and suffer. And so you say the amount of money that is available to them to come on pension, you don't want to impair it. Simply then don't impair also the amount of money that are in the hands of pensioners and they have invested in your bonds. So ours is just, I always say, I believe maybe it was an oversight, because you can't handle people who are yet to come on pension. You can't think of them more than people who are on pensions now. If you don't want people to come on pensions and suffer, why would you like people who are now on pension suffer? It doesn't make sense to me. So I believe it was an oversight that was just drawing the attention of government that perhaps you didn't take care of that as an oversight. So quickly go back and do that. So if the pensioner, people who are yet to come on pension,
how many people or families are involved here, and what will be the consequence if you don't get a positive response?
Well, for families that are in, I can't have the figures. I can only, and even those people that have been able to reach since I started this program, which is we're now about 450, getting to about 150 pensioners. You can't reach all pensioners in this country, not even all pensioners in Accra, let alone in other regions. All pensioners in Accra, in the country is difficult to reach. But I try as much as possible to get some pensioners around so that the decision making will not be like only myself is taking the decision, but at least
400 is 400 is representative enough. What are the potential consequences if you don't get a positive hearing?
If we don't get, in fact, even as at now that we are talking, people are losing their lives because of the uncertainty. Pensioner who is on the have to go on to dialysis, stroke, medical, what do you call it, high blood pressure, diabetes, expecting that the money will be coming for him or her to buy and go through this.
We are losing our guest on the line there, but he's been trying to sort of help us to appreciate the situation.
It went off.
Yes, yeah. yes, Doc. Thank you.
I was saying,
thank you. You are
people
on.
are expecting these monies that is coming from their coupon to do all these things that they are supposed to do. That many people, that is the only source of income for them. And you see, when you are growing, if you haven't grown before, you wouldn't understand. I know that's nature. But if you have grown, some of us have diseases that we, now if you are in your age, you don't go for prostate this, cancer that. When you are growing, all these things are coming. And nobody is taking care of you. In some advanced countries, I know for UK, even medical supply is supplied to retirees free. Even their bills, the tariff that they bill them for electricity is lower than the normal tariffs. They are helped to pay for their gas and others. They are giving a pass, bus passes, free bus passes to board buses if they are traveling. Same thing is happening in Canada, elsewhere. They are taken care of.
All right.
We do not have that for people who are retirees. Then they are small income.
But Dr. Edouard and Antwi, the circumstance we find ourselves in now is that sacrifices have to be made. There are, the last time we checked, you have over 200 and I think 27,000 pensioners on the SNIT roll. Like they say, kitwe biensa. What are you ready to, give, or nothing at all?
No, we have given what we have to give. As Paul said, we have finished the fight. We have fought. People have worked. I started working in 1975 until 2016. I have worked for this country for about 42 years. We have done our bit. We are finished. We no longer have anything to offer this country in terms of this burden sharing. The youth are there. Our children are there. Our nephews are there. All our grandsons and granddaughters are there. It is their time for them to hold on and fight, not we, the elderly ones. When Russia was going to war, did you hear them bringing the retirees to go and fight? It was a national assignment. But they don't have the strength. They are a vulnerable group. They are not the ones who fight this fight. They have fought their fight. They have finished their race. Now they are just resting and waiting that the Lord will give them some time, leave, and depart from this earth. So you are not going to rely on us to solve this problem. Rely on the people who have the muscles, who have the strength to if your car gets stuck in the mud, do you go and call an old man to come and help you pull your car out? No. Even in our villages, when you get to a certain age, even in Sawa, in Sawa, when there is a funeral, there's everybody contribute. In my village, it is only one city. Even that one city, we have exempted those who are elderly from paying that 1 cedi. That is the wisdom in our customs and tradition. We must use the same thing in our governance. Please, these people cannot be the ones to help. If they were not there to have worked for this country, maybe the youth wouldn't have come to meet this country. So they must recognize that they have done their bit.
All right.
They have done their bit. They can no longer be the ones that should share this or bear these problems.
Right. Doc, thank you very much. And